Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Yesterday, I received an email from one of our sponsors, NoB4.com. You might remember the interview I did with Stu a few weeks ago. It's basically a product or a service that can help train your team inside your organization, or just help you become more aware of scams before you actually, or anybody in your organization, falls victim to those scams. And so this was a cyber heist rush alert, and I thought, what better way of letting people know than to do a video that you can then send along to everybody you work with, or pretty much anybody you know, because this could apply to everybody in the world who happens to be online. That's pretty much everybody in the world. Hi all, a new social engineering scam has been launched a few days ago. The attack tries to scare you into opening the infected attachment by threatening to sue you for spamming. Okay? What the email claims is that your mail server has been sending spam to the outside world. The email is spoofed to appear as if it comes from known and reputable companies. The attachment is a fake zip file that supposedly contains a scanned copy of a document that has evidence of your spam, but in reality is an executable file that contains a Trojan downloader which pulls in malware to your computer. The subject line varies and contains threats that are designed to make someone worry and then click the link. The attack was reported on the WebSense blog. Notify your team about this attack, and even if you don't have a team, send this video to pretty much everybody you know, because you would rather keep them safe than have them feeling sorry. And these attacks are getting more and more crafty. The email looks like it's coming from a company you know. It is likely a company that you do business with. It may even come from a name that you know in a company that you do business with. It may even come from an email that's inside the company. But that link that you click ain't a good link, and you can become infected. And I know what you're saying. Well, I'm not using Windows. Well, some of these things and how they work, even though you couldn't get infected by an exe file if you're running, let's say, Linux and Mac OS X with no ability to launch those exe files, sometimes these types of scams require you to log in with a username and password, a phishing attempt. And of course, anybody can fall victim to a phishing attempt. So if you or someone you know uses Windows and could likely fall victim to this scam, let them know they're not being sued for spamming, at least in this capacity, and hopefully they're not spamming in general. And certainly, before you click a link that comes in an email, no matter what operating system you use, just hover over it for a second, see where it actually leads, because even though the URL looks like it's legit, if you click it, it may pass you to a different URL. That's the way HTML mail works, and how it effectively hides or somewhat obfuscates the intended URL. Be careful. Watch out for the scam. You're not a spammer. At least I hope not. And again, we have to thank NoB4 for being a sponsor, and certainly for keeping us alert on all the latest malware updates. We, of course, have been posting on LockerGnome.com regularly, keeping people informed before these bad things happen. We send out tweets. My handle is @ChrisPerillo. We have @LockerGnome as well. LockerGnome.net for questions and answers. If you think you've been infected, I don't know if you heard that. My dog just ran in. I think he thought he was infected. He may have worms. Hope not. You know, you could get worms too if you click the right link and it installs. Either way, feel free to follow us across all the social networks, Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and beyond, and we'll keep you up to date on all the bad things from happening. You can drop me an email as well, chris@perillo.com. I'll try to point you to the right direction if you have a question that might need answer. Until next time, we'll see you later.